people, it's your girl Fatima the Great, and we are here for a reading for the sign of Gemini. Birthday May 21st through June the 20th. So Gemini, let's get the cards on the table to see what is being expressed for you. So at the bottom of the deck is the Shine card. So that just basically means let all your glory be seen. Let all your wonderfulness come out and play. We know that Gemini is the zodiac's geniuses, ruled by Mercury. So bring forth that energy, Gemini, in whatever area you feel fits. It's time for you to go towards it. You are at the beginning of something new, Gemini, and it's time for you to take the leap forward. It's time for you to go ahead. It's almost like you're throwing caution to the wind, because all before you allowed caution, and it kind of held you back. You put yourself in a situation where, you know, you've been trying to uphold a family unit that has been all but harmonious. It's no harmony there. It's just continuous friction. And it's time to maybe take a leap forward, Gemini. But the Shine card, it's time to let yourself be seen. Let your name be heard. Let your work be experienced. You're being too quiet about who you are. Too detached from your own energy. It's time for you to focus deeply on what it is that you are special in, or where it is that you are special. What it is that you are proud of. And continue to invest in that area. You know, instead of continuing to move forward in areas that are not working, that are trying your patience, that's trying your finances. You're trying to do it like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Look at this 9 of Wands. It's like you're trying to do it like everybody else, and you're trying to fit in. That ain't even who you are. You got to come forth and be exactly who it is that you are. Stand out the way you stand out. Like, look at the sticks. Think about these sticks as everybody else, and then look at you trying to hold a stick, trying to look like everybody else. No, that's not your path. That ain't gonna never work for you. That ain't gonna never work for you. You gotta shine in your own glorious energy, and what it is that makes you unique and special. Now we got the Speak Up card on the table, the Worthiness card. And we got the Storms card inverted at the end of the line. That's a good sign. That means that you have made it through the storm. You came through something that was very, you know, torrential, emotional, chaotic. You made it through though. You could have made it through by speaking up. You could have felt like 9 of Pentacles. Like maybe you were in a situation where you had a lot of responsibilities that were unfairly placed upon you, you know, and it put you in a position where you had to make a choice, and the choice was something regarding manifesting some type of celebration energy. So let me look at these cards real quick for you, Gemini. You had financial issues. You were dealing with some type of financial issues. You was feeling like you was way too responsible for things in whatever situation that this was. And it caused you to possibly even make a U-turn, to go back to manifest a new beginning in an old situation that feels more suited for you. Now, it could be a situation where it caused you to go and get a new type of job. You could have went and got yourself a new job to help bring yourself out of this storms type of energy. Or you could have went and reconnected yourself with somebody who is more in alignment with who you are, who is more on the same vibration as you. You know, that's more willing to help, that's more willing to push forward. Maybe a roommate, you know what I'm saying? Could be some type of roommate that you could have dealt with in the past. And you know that this is not something, Knight of Cups inverted at the bottom of the deck, that you are looking at as full-time. It's not. It's not at all. It's not something that you're going to fully invest yourself in, but it's almost like a new beginning so that you can freely move around, so that you can freely think and freely be you and freely express who you are. And, you know, it's coming with a situation of when you begin to freely put out the energy of who you are, it's going to come with so much support. I don't know who it is waiting on something to be said or waiting on something to kind of move in a direction. But it's going to come with so much support. So whatever it is that you biting your tongue on, release it. Speak it out. Like I said, I get the energy of the family unit being unharmonious, having friction, being sadness. You know, you can see that you are at the beginning of an end. There are a lot of lies being told, and it's causing for you to detach. So that's what it is that you're thinking of speaking up about, of exposing something, exposing some type of lie that you know is tearing your family unit apart. But you are contemplating whether you should or whether you shouldn't, whether you should use this energy as like fuel to push you out or fuel to rebuild this situation that's coming with a lot of friction for a very long time. And then we got the Five of Swords, Gemini. And the Five of Swords saying, you know, make the right choice because you don't want to get tricked into a losing situation. What would be a losing situation for the Gemini in this situation? Taking on too much while allowing somebody else to do less than their part. Queen of Pentacles inverted. To do less than their part financially, even as far as homekeeping. It's almost like it's making you push yourself a little bit too hard. You have to take on a lot of the responsibility that might not be yours, Gemini. And it don't seem like there's no change there. It doesn't serve this purpose. Heavy messages, but you're going to get the real message here. So we're going to move on over to the worthiness, because this is deep right here. Worthiness for the Gemini. Clarify the worthiness for the Gemini. Something that you do a lot. Something that has been with you for a very long time, Gemini. It's very much so worthy, even though it's slow. And it's not able to, you know, flourish or take care of the things that you need taken care of in your life right now financially. But it's still something that could come to fruition for you very slowly if you continue to go. If you realize that you do have the momentum to keep going and to build the momentum if you keep going. So whatever this situation is that you are building from scratch, it could be a business or whatever it is. If you have the momentum to keep going, it could work out for you. Even though right now it's not covering what you needed to cover. But I see things coming together real quick. Some information coming, some type of email or something. As long as you keep it up, as long as you keep putting yourself out there, as long as you keep on circulating it, messages will start flowing in for you behind it. If you are trying to start a business or whatever it is that you're trying to do, Gemini. Because the Gemini is very much so an entrepreneur. But I'm seeing there's an attachment there. And this could have to do with something that you need to speak up about. And this attachment is coming off as somebody who is bringing, is less than joy in your life. It's strife there. It's strife there. It's uncomfortability there within the habitat, the home unit, because of a dark queen with a dark energy. Not gender specific. And it's causing an overflow of negative emotions. Could be with the both of you. Blocking intuition. It's time to maybe close some doors on some things. It's time to let some things go, so that you can focus on what is worthy and what is worth your attention and what is not worth your attention. You have to realize what is worth your attention and what is not worth your attention. Because you got to understand that you only get this lifetime for this lifetime. And will you allow it to kind of just fall by the wayside for trying to uphold a life that's beneficial for somebody else but not as beneficial for you? You gonna sell yourself short in this lifestyle, in this lifetime? Because this look like selling yourself short. This look like you have something so worthy, but you selling yourself short in order to possibly stand on something. Like I stand on, you know, sometimes we make up these laws and the type of person that we is and what we supposed to do depending on how we came up, or, you know, what we did when we was young. But sometimes you got to change them laws and you know, those principles that you stand on. Sometimes you outgrow them. Sometimes they outgrow themselves, or they don't make sense anymore because times change. You got to look at some of your principles, Gemini. This is how you will come out of this storm. And coming out of the storm requires what for the Gemini? Because I see storm being done, but it requires what? Reconnection. Reconnection with that energy of happiness. Reconnecting, doing things that make you happy. You know, creating, celebrating, moving forward with your energy, taking control of what's happening in your life. Definitely moving forward. Definitely taking accountability for the areas of your life where you know you fell short and you know you allowed things to fall short. It's also talking about calling somebody out on their foolishness, possibly their lies. You know, you feel like you could have been tricked into a situation where you thought it was going to be equal give and take. But slowly but surely, it came a situation to where the other half went through some type of emotional breakdown and everything fell upon you. And at this point, you over it. Because it ain't working no more. It's like refuse the offer. Because the offer of love in this situation, you know, it's always like, but I love you. This love comes with betrayal. It comes with being stabbed in the back. It comes with dealing with somebody's nasty attitude and dirty ways. And you're not used to that. So it's time to float yourself on into calmer waters. It's time to stand up for yourself. It's time to... All right, Gemini, have a great day.